Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Django and React tutorial series. And in this series, we are going to be creating a music recommender AI entirely on Django and React. So let's get started by creating our folders that we need. We'll just name them backend and frontend so that we don't have all the development on the same folder. Instead, we classify on their own folders. So first, let's start with the backend and open Visual Studio in this directory. Okay, and we'll go ahead and start the terminal. Okay, we're in the right directory, teaching backend, and we are going to start by creating a virtual environment. So we'll say Python 3. We'll just say path is right here. Python was not found. So we'll just do Python dash mvnv. Oh, the directory will just say backend. I think it should recognize it, and then it will create all the libraries and scripts and everything. So we have a virtual environment. And to start this virtual environment, we'll just go ahead and say source backend scripts activate, and there we have it. The backend at the top says our virtual environment is up and running. So first, let's go ahead and let's see. Okay, we're in here. Let's just install Django. We can do pip install Django, and it's going to install the latest Django version in our virtual environment. And the reason for using virtual environment is that if you have a project specific requirements for certain packages, then it makes it easier to manage rather than installing it in the whole system. Now we can officially start our project. We'll say Django admin start project, music. Let's just say music with a K, because I just like to keep it a single word. We'll go to music and we'll create our first app called main. Now we'll run our migrations. Manage.py migrate. And if we look at this structure, then we have all the files necessary to go ahead and start our development. At first, we'll go to the settings, and since we have installed an app called main, we are going to register it inside the installed apps. Okay, and just so we have everything set up, we'll just create a super user. Okay, let's just run our server to see if everything is working properly. And it says the install works successfully. So if we go to this route admin, we just created this username and password. Okay, what happened here? Okay, there we go. So the admin panel is where you can see all your models, your users, groups, and everything, and you can update whatever information you want to update from here as well. It's like a very handy tool that Django gives us. Next, we are going to create our front end. So we'll just say new Visual Studio Code. And we are going to open this folder, sorry, websites, front end, okay. And we're going to be using React on the front end, so you need to install npm on your computer. Go ahead and install it. It's quite easy, and sometimes you might run into the npm not recognized issue. For that, you could just go to environment variables and then add it over here. It should be somewhere over here. Hold on. In path, let's see. Yeah, there's Node.js and there's npm. So in system variables in the path, you can add these two, and your directory might be different than mine. So wherever you have installed your Node.js and your npm, make sure that it matches. And over here as well, I think node modules, Node.js. Yeah, just try it. If not, look through some of the Google tutorials or even ask ChatGPT. You should be able to resolve it. So once you have that, we'll just go ahead and start create React app. We'll just say music front end. Okay. So this should create our React application. The reason we're doing it separately is because if we do it all at a single folder, then it's gonna be all mixed up, and you guys might not get a clear idea of what's really going on the back end or what's really going on the front end. So we are just making it two separate projects. And I think it's a efficient way to do it as well, because if you have a backend, then you can create some other applications, other front-end applications, and basically use the same backend as well. Okay, it's taking some time. Let's just wait what happens. And for the front end, I didn't start a virtual environment. So, sorry, I'm getting an issue over here. It says testing could not resolve dependencies. Okay. Let's try to force create this. Oh, it's already created an application. Files that could conflict. Okay, let's just see npm start, and I know we are having an error. Let's go inside our directory and let's start it. I know we have an error right now. If it starts, then we can go ahead and resolve these errors once we face them during development. Okay, it says module not found, web vitals. Let's just Google it. What's the error? Can't resolve web vitals. Let's see. It says install this, try deleting package log, then run npm install. None of these answers have been accepted, but this has 21 upvotes, so let's try to do that. If this fixes the issue, I don't know. Okay, let's do npm start one more time. Deprecated, some of the middlewares are deprecated. And there we have it. So we have a running backend and a running front end. So that was it for our first video, and if you ran into any of the issues, then please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.